Alright fellas, so we're going to go on a little drive in the Corvette today. It's not going to be a true POV drive because unfortunately if I put the camera on my head, I don't fit in the car. And also the camera would be pointing directly at the sun visor, which doesn't really give you the best view, so this is kind of the best I can do. If I had a bigger suction cup, I could stick it from the target top, but that's the best I got, so we're making do with what I have available. So, put our seatbelt on, because if I get in an accident in this car, I'm most likely going to be dead, so I guess it doesn't really matter then, does it? So here we go. You got to blip the throttle a little bit to start it. I think it's the fuel pressure regulator. Doesn't really bother me much. I think it sounds cool. I'm immature like that. We can roll the windows up a little bit, try to maintain some bit of sound quality. But yeah, let's just go for a nice little cruise. Maybe we'll get some gas. I'm almost out. But today is October, I don't know, 13th or something, 12th, maybe, something like that. So it's autumn in Michigan. The season's just about over for the car. I just bought it, so that kind of sucks. But, I mean, I knew what I was getting myself into, buying a car in October. But, yeah, I mean, overall, pretty cool little car. I haven't owned a Corvette before. I've owned a lot of F-bodies. But I'm enjoying it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's certainly different, but cool little car. That was one of my high school teachers there, actually. That's kind of interesting. I haven't seen him in years. Hope he's doing okay. So yeah, the thing's definitely got some noises going on back there. I don't really know what it is, to be honest with you. I'm assuming it's some kind of bushing or, you know, trailing arm or something. Something's not happy. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, he's waiting for me. So I was trying to be courteous to him, but, you know, it is what it is. I hope the drone from the Magna Flows isn't too bad back there. This exhaust does drone kind of a lot. But yeah, I mean, the car makes a lot of squeaks and creaks and rattles, and I guess it's nothing I'm not used to. It doesn't really bother me too much. Better ones. Unfortunately, all the normal people in front of us are going to kind of ruin it, but it is what it is. When I get the car up in up north in northern Michigan there, it'll be definitely some cooler roads up there. Overall, the car is, it honestly handles better than I expected it to. For having 150,000 miles on it, it's relatively tight. You know, it certainly does a little bit of wandering, and it's not it's nothing like the new stuff. The new stuff drives a lot nicer. The interior, you know, has a lot of creaks and squeaks, but it's just fun. It's a fun change of pace from the newer stuff. And I think the Corvette in general is just a very unique car, right? A pretty small car, super low to the ground, handles pretty well, looks awesome, sounds awesome. You know, there's a lot of sports cars out there to buy, but what can you really get with like between $5,000 and $10,000, right? You know, I'm talking decent condition. There's not really much you can get anymore for less than 10 grand, and there's a whole lot less you can get for even 5 grand. But you know, 5, 6, 7 grand gets you a pretty nice C4 Corvette, and I think it's a lot of car for the money. You know, this thing just checks a lot of boxes for me. It has a lot of stuff about it that I really like. It looks awesome, it sounds awesome, it's affordable, the parts are relatively reasonable. You do get the Corvette tax on some parts like exhaust systems and stuff, but overall stuff's pretty reasonable. I really like the whole 80s vibe of the car. The digital dash is like super 80s. I like the big flat dash pad. I love the view over the hood. I think that's really cool. The glass target top's pretty interesting. I like that. I wish it was T-tops just because that would be a little easier, but it is what it is. It's okay. I think the color scheme on this particular car with the blue on blue is really interesting. I like that a lot. It's very unique. You don't really see a whole lot of cars like this. But, you know, by modern day standards, it's certainly not fast. But, like I said, you know, the way it's geared and the way it makes power, it's plenty of power to have fun with. A lot of torque. Thing can spin the tires all day long, no problem. And these are 275s. Now, granted, they're old rock hard 275s, but it's plenty of car to have fun with. I think if you have a budget of about 5 grand, you go get yourself a C4 Corvette. You know, why not? If you want a sports car, this is a sweet car for 5 grand, or you know, around there. I've seen them for, you know, 3,500 bucks in rougher condition. I've seen them for 7 or 8 grand for a really nice one. This car was kind of in between, but you know, it's fun. It's just a fun car. It's not going to win you that many races, although if you catch the unsuspecting Scat Pack off guard, you know, that's pretty fun, because they have trouble putting power down, you know. So you know who you are. The L98 still has it though, even with 150,000 miles, it still gets it done. But yeah, you know, I thought I would just take you guys on a little cruise in the C4. I'm gonna go get some gas now, and that'll be it for this video. So thanks for watching, guys. I always appreciate you watching, liking, and subscribing. Leave me a comment, you know, if you got any questions or whatever. I always try to answer them. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.